Abby, what's your storyline, babes?
My storyline this week is guilt will always catch up with you. As we are seeing with Ravi this week. What a madness.
Oh my God.
What a madness.
I cried.
I know, you did cry, didn't you?
I was in tears.
You did, you said pass the kitchen roll.
Pass the kitchen roll, ran out of toilet paper.
you needed the kitchen roll. And I just think he's a really good example. First of all, he is a good example of mental health, men's mental health, how it can really affect you, but also how guilt will always catch up with you. And it might won't manifest the way it is with Ravi, but it will manifest.
Yeah.
I really do believe that.
Yeah. If
will come back.
you are that kind of person, it will creep and creep. And it comes out in life.
All different ways, but this
Yeah.
is one of them.
Yeah, because he's done a lot of bad things, that man.
Bad things.
And then after punching his own son, I think
That
it all
was
just
the
came
tip of
to
the
a head.
iceberg. Yeah. That is the tip of the iceberg for him. But do you know what? He's actually quite lucky. If you think about the grand scheme of things, I actually kind of think he's kind of lucky that it's caught up with him in this way, because, you know, some people, I think, like, bury it in them and they get ill or it comes out in this way. Also, this will give him a chance to have a redemption arc in life and change his life.
Yeah.
Guilt has caught up with him because he has a conscience.
Yes.
Where some people don't have conscience.
Yeah.
So he's actually lucky that he cares enough to be eaten up by his guilt.
Because before it looked like he didn't have a conscience because he was just doing loads of bad stuff and then not feeling bad about it. But punching in the sun, which makes me laugh every time.
I know, punching his son.
Really pushed him over the edge.
I know, when I deeped it when we was watching the episode and Nugget was obviously got, what's it called again?
Epilepsy.
Epilepsy. Now, imagine you're giving your son a lifelong, is it I would presume it'd be classed as a disability? Or at least an illness, a lifelong illness.
Yeah.
That can mess him up, especially obviously that's what they've done, is like they brought in the fact that now he got bullied because he had a fit and people videoed it. So he's more at fault there. He's just done so many things, and I think it's obviously had that knock-on effect. And he's obviously probably always told himself that he's doing these things to protect his family, but it's actually ended up coming back around and biting his family in the arse, and that's when he's like,
that he keeps saying like, it's my job to protect, and now he's lost it all because he's beaten up his son.
Literally, because he smacks Nugget.
I was really shocked by that episode.
He's had some amazing episodes, hasn't he?
And he's good on you, Ravi, for the acting in these episodes.
Yeah, I think we need to honour the fact that he has come really far with his acting.
Yeah.
And
it's believable.
There was not one point in this storyline that I thought, you're not giving this justice. I thought he'd done it so much justice.
Yeah, a lot of the time you can be like, oh, it's not giving.
You need a little bit more.
But you're like well into it because he's really good at it.
He obviously put the hours in.
He put the hours in, not just at the gym, but on Eastenders.
Maybe, how does he even find time for the gym, to comb his hair and to improve as an actor that much?
I know, but the guilt thing is true because people do bury it.
I know. Have you ever had, obviously we've all felt guilty, but have you ever had a major thing to live with to feel guilty? Imagine carrying guilt through your life.
I know, it's hard.
Must be mental.
Must be hard,
I know this is going to sound so arrogant, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm quite lucky. There's not been many things in my life, because I have throughout my life until maybe the past few years, I've been a bit of a control freak about everything being a certain way. I haven't really made many huge mistakes. So I don't have, do you know what I guilt myself about is if I don't like try my best at something, or if ever, obviously that's not intense guilt, that's like my own internal thing to get me to do more or whatever. But I mean guilt as in how I've affected someone else. I don't have many things at all in my life to ever feel guilty about. And then in this last year or so, a few things have happened and I felt real guilt and regret. It's more regret as well.
That's a strong one too.
Yeah, and it's brought up this whole new uncomfortability in me. Normally I'm quite good at really addressing how I feel, blah 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 blah. But when I feel it, I'm like, oh, I don't want to. It's a horrible feeling. So imagine living your life like that. What you're having to suppress, and then look, it's obviously boiled up and then exploded and come out in psychosis because he's pushed it down so much. It's found another way to come out.
Yeah, because it does need to be released.
I think it does that as well with when people get ill.
Yeah.
Because they're suppressed whatever feeling. Sometimes it's not guilt. Sometimes it's like something's happened to them and they've suppressed it, or shame, or
just
whatever.
like being really depressed like makes you really ill, doesn't it?
Literally,
like physically
ill. Yeah, exactly. But with him, it's come out in like psychosis, essentially.
I know, really has. That's what I mean. It can happen to anyone.
Oh, for real. But I mean,
unless you're Ravi.
He's a bad man. He is a bad man.
But with regret, it's difficult because, like, I think about things I regret not doing, or the thing I haven't done, or like not taking an opportunity. And you're like, fuck, like, how would my life be different if I did it?
I know, it's hard, I know.
But then you've got to realise that your life sort of pans out the way it's supposed to.
For sure.
I think.
I know.
But maybe not. You're like, you know, like, a lot of the times I get to a crossroads.
Yeah.
You know, when you like apply for a job, you apply for 2 jobs, you don't hear from either of them. You're like, oh, great. And then all of a sudden, like, you get both jobs or something, luckily enough.
Yeah.
And you're like, which one do I choose now?
And you think if you chose that one, it would... Yeah, someone said this to me once. It's like, life doesn't work like that. It's not like, oh, you choose that road and you go to a completely different place, and you choose that road and you go to a different place. Life is just life, and the road is pretty much the same. And like, it's not like...
Road to hell.
Yeah, we're all on the highway to hell. It is not like, oh, you could be living an alternate life. But I do definitely like...
But some people's life do. But that's just luck. Like, it's supposed to be that way.
Yeah, exactly. And if it wasn't that opportunity, it would have been another opportunity.
Yeah, I do think people are just generally lucky.
Yeah, that is just their path in life.
Some people are like really dull and end up being entertainers, and you're like, how does that work?
I know, it's so interesting, isn't it? How people's life just kind of get that way and get that way. Like, some people graft at stuff for years and years, and some people get a really lucky opportunity. I have a friend that, I'm not saying he didn't graft for years and years and years, but I used to act a lot, didn't I? And I used to go to this acting community, and you had people there that would be like on the hustle, trying to be an actor for years, like showing up every single week. And I had a friend, and he did work hard. I'm not taking that away from him at all, but his opportunity came really early.
Yeah.
And he actually randomly, off an open casting, went along to cast for Skepta's movie, and he got the main part. And he said he went to a class the week before that shifted his mindset, and he walked in and he got the thing. And like, he was only, I think, 21 at the time. And like, he had been going, but like, a year previous, he was a completely different actor. He wasn't committed. He wasn't this. As soon as he applied himself, it kicked off. But you have people that applied themselves, and like I'm not saying he didn't work to get that opportunity. He did, but it just came super, super quick.
Yeah.
And like, some people work for like 10 years and apply themselves and just don't get the opportunity.
I agree. That happens
Same
a
with
lot.
me in poetry, actually. Obviously I grafted for years with acting, but like, with poetry, I wrote a poem. I performed it at my first gig.
Because you put yourself out there.
Yeah, I put myself out there, but I didn't work hard.
Yeah.
I did practice.
I
practiced. I practiced a lot for that first gig. I practiced loads because I'd never performed a poem in my life. But also, it wasn't a gig; it was an open mic, and I literally took it so seriously, that open mic. But it was just my first ever one. I'd only ever written one poem. I think by the time I performed it, I think I'd written one more. But I performed it, and the structure that I didn't even know was, when I signed up to do the open mic, was whoever wins the open mic gets a headline slot. I won the headline slot, but I also think, again, it was luck. I think if I was on another night with different poets, I might not have won it. No shade to the other poets of the night, but I just happened to be the best poem that night. Won it, got a headline slot, got another headline slot of that, got another headline slot. My second performance was a headline performance. Like, I'm just a lucky bitch.
Hey!
I'm lucky. I'm so lucky. That is luck. Obviously, it was an amazing poem. Obviously, I write good poetry. Obviously, I put work into them performances. I practiced and practiced. You know, I've been sitting you down on the couch while I practice. But I'm lucky.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a funny one because you do deserve it.
No, for sure. And that's not to take away. This is what I think people get defensive about sometimes. It's not luck. I worked hard for it. But like, I was lucky.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just so weird, isn't it?
I don't know how we've gone from guilt to that.
It's guilt to luck.
Guilt to luck, it's all the
Lucky
same,
guilt.
isn't it? Paths in life.
Paths in life, left, right, ups, downs.
But yeah,
Some women, you know, they're like doing their career and then they get pregnant.
Yeah, and then it
their life
changes everything.
changes.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is women have to give up a lot and men continue to do what they want to do.
Until they get psychosis and nearly jump off a bridge in Wolford.
Yeah, because the men do like get to carry on doing what they want to do a lot of the time. Not all of the time. You might be a single dad or like be a family man. But like in my primary school, there were a lot of like actors and artists who were couples, a mum and dad. And then it would be like, it was always the dad that can go and do his art, or the mum. It wasn't taken more seriously as the woman because she was the mum. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so bad, isn't it?
But
that is another episode, but we can dig deep into that.
Yeah. So you're gonna do that.
No, you're right. I was going to go into a rant, but I actually think it deserves its own episode.
I was going to kick off.
I am about how as women, like what we contend with in life.
Yeah.
It's mad.
It's a whole nother...
And then Ravi's kicking off.
Do you know what I mean? Leaving Priya to deal with it all. Obviously she wants to because she's
such an amazing woman.
She's an amazing woman, but God, she's got to deal with a lot now.
I know, poor Priya. I really wanted to see a scene though where Suki just went up there with her handbag.
Yeah. And a quiff.
With her handbag and went, get your ass down.
Yeah, she didn't take a no psychosis.
No.
She said, get yourself to the hospital now.
She was so in denial.
If you want to keep this house that I paid for.
Yeah, she was so in denial as well that he had mental health problems.
I know.
She would not address that.
And Eve's like...
Eve's great.
Yeah, we love Eve.
I love their dynamic.
Yeah, I know.
I think there's so many couples like them too, and you think, what do you see in someone so toxic?
It's evil.
But actually, they level each other out, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Nice to have a partner those partners that, well, they're yin and yang.
But I wonder how they're going to deal with Ravi now he's in hospital.
I reckon he's going to get sectioned.
Oh, he
and then he's going to go on holiday in real life.
Yeah. Give him a break after the hard work he's put in.
That's what I mean. You know, the one's in Portugal, one's he's going to be in the hospital.
I wonder, will he just come out after or what?
Yeah, and then they're going to, maybe it could be like repercussions, and it's going to be more about him and Nugget, I reckon, building back their relationship.
Yeah. I don't want it, but you know how Eastenders, they give us loads and then they mellow it out for a little bit? That's what we're going to have now.
Yeah, because we've got Max and...
Because we had loads going on. Oh, Max and Cindy.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I like them together.
So do I, but also don't fall in love, just shag.
I know.
I can't see them two in love with each other.
I know.
But I think that's going to be the wife.
Yeah.
That's going to be the wife, is Cindy.
You said.
That's my prediction.
Because you thought it was Priya in the bed, didn't you, last time?
Yeah, which it could be.
She got bored of Ravi.
Because this is more of the Brannins and the Panasars clash. And that's what I think New Year's Day is all going to come down to, is the Brannins and the Panasars.
So what's your final doof?
My final doof is guilt will send you nuts.
Crazy.
Just get it out. Like, if you do something wrong, just address it. Look, Penny's going to go nuts in a minute.
But sometimes the weight of a lot
will eat you up.
Yeah, but then it's like, do I change it or forget it? But then eventually it eats you up.
Yeah, I think it needs to be addressed, really.
It needs to be addressed.
Whether that's to the person or amongst yourself. Address it, baby.
It feels like the weight of the world. Do you remember that
What's
song?
that? Lamar, he's on Heart Radio or something now, isn't he? Oh, love him. Anyway, like, subscribe, comment down below.
Is it Lamar?
What do you think? Will guilt always catch you up?
You look like you're pissed.